Stevie for the LA Story. If we look like we're in a different place, we're having a good time today. We're with Flora and we're in her new store that she has opened up with her partner. Why don't you explain that? All this is a wig and hat store, and this is the wig part. She is responsible for all the wigs that you will see in this video, and it's absolutely amazing. If you ever wanted to have long hair, short hair, a different color, which now that I've been here I can think of 3 or 4 different styles and colors I'd like to be, yeah, this is the place to come. And she also has stores on the East Coast as well, but this is her first store here in Los Angeles. So why don't you talk about how you and your partner got started deciding to partner up on the store?
It's a very actually interesting story. We partnered up on a good deed. There was we did a charity thing for Hurricane Sandy. So I needed a space. I was giving away free wigs I was giving away 100 wigs to victims of Sandy, and women covered their hair for religious reasons, and and in those circles in Brooklyn, and most of them lost their homes in Seagate. And since my base is in New Jersey, I needed a space, and Sherel's Hats had offered their store for me to use, and that's where the whole idea came, where they said, we're looking into coming to the West Coast, take a flight with me. And I said, oh, West Coast? No, I got 2 stores here to worry about. 5 children. I don't have time for this. No, let's just go.
5 children?
Yes.
5 children in a business?
Yes.
You juggle really well.
Yeah, well.
I'm not seeing it.
I tried to hide it well. And we flew out here. I was here for 3 days. My partner of space was here for 5. And I left, and by the time I left, we found the space, and he stayed, signed the contract, and
awesome.
Before I knew it, this was about 2 months ago, and we're here.
Right. Now this location happens to be at 3rd and La Brea. Truly, it's like across the street is CVS, and across the street from that is Trader Joe's, and if you know LA at all, you'll know exactly where it is, and it'll be easy to find because it's the only really pretty building on this whole set of corners. On all 4 corners.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It is. It's a very distinctive building. So if you drive by and see a great, building on a corner, that's it, because it's the only pretty building in this intersection.
Well, my partner Thomas worked very hard on the paint job. he made sure.
It is.
He actually.
Because I drove around the corner.
I wasn't even here for that. I wasn't even here. I can't even take. And they worked. My husband and him worked on the space. It's a very personal thing to us. We worked on this as like a.
Yeah, it's exactly. So and that's the beautiful part about this, is that this is very much a situation where you can come in if you whether you're looking for something for theatrical reasons or for personal reasons, particularly cancer victims and people who have lost a lot of hair through whatever health reason. These are quality wigs that you can wear and take care of and use for a very long time. And the array of styles that, as you see through the video, this is amazing. So,
thank you.
So how did you get started in this?
I'm doing wigs since I'm 15.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm a licensed hairdresser, and but I decided that being that I get up very early in the morning, I realized that you can't book clients at 4 a.m., but you could certainly do wigs.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, so I get up at 4 o'clock, get my wash and sets done, get everything ready for the day, and by 9 o'clock I'm ready for my clients. And that's when at that point I realized I worked for someone that I went to beauty school, got my license, tried to work in a salon, and realized that that's not going to work. Because I was too confined to a timeline, and that was not me. No. Most people do not get up at 5 a.m., 4 a.m. So.
I do too.
Oh, you do? Well, yeah. Well,
you and I should be tweeting back and forth and emailing at 5.
So it's either I'm at the gym or I'm working on my, my wigs or whatever. So that's how I started this, and I worked for a long time for a company.
Okay.
And then after working for over 20 years for a large company, I had my 5th child, broke my wrist, lost my job, and I had to start from scratch. So I went from, basically we had nothing. My husband lost his business. He had a jewelry business, and I opened up a business. I moved to Bergen County, New Jersey, where my family was. My parents were there, my sisters were there, and I just said I'm going to take a plunge, and I put out flyers, and here I came from direct deposit and having 5 people work for me into a small 500 square foot space, and that was 8 years ago. It was 8 years ago.
Wow, this is really taking
fast forward a year later, I grew out of this, actually less than a year. It took me 6 months to find the space, and I went into like a 1,500 square foot, huge showroom, and it grew from there to internet, to Manhattan store, and here, and thank God. I mean, I have very, very huge clientele base all over the world. I call them my fans and my groupies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're, I mean, thank God. I mean, when I go online and I sometimes Google myself, I freak. Like, I can't believe, like, I mean, I try very hard, but when you see the results, it's so rewarding. I mean, I worked so hard on the wigs, on every hair that I pick out. Everything comes here from Russia. Every hair gets hand-picked, hand-selected. Nothing gets colored. I mean, we do color some because, you know, blondes want to be blondes, but 99.9% of my hair is hand selected. The highlights I put in prior to everything gets done as is. The hair is not permed, it's not colored, it's not processed. The cuticle is completely intact. It's completely different from what you know of wigs. Most people don't do this. This is something I took very personally. It's my business, it's my family business. 2 of my children are with me in the business. My son runs this store. He's going to come in a little bit later. He's not here now. My daughter just finished beauty school, and she's running my Manhattan store. Wow. And I'm based in my New Jersey store, and I will be here 1 week out of the month, because I have a lot of clientele that lives here. And they travel to me to New Jersey, which they will not have to do.
Which makes it easier and much easier for you to reach into more TV shows and movies.
Well, yeah, they reach out to me to New Jersey, but it's a little bit hard. The connection is tough. So this makes it much easier.
Well, it's more streamlined, and you can be much more cost effective. And when somebody needs something at the last minute,
they're here.
They're here. You're here. So I mean, that makes sense.
And even if it's not here, I have thousands of wigs in New Jersey that I can overnight. So if something is not here, they can take me a snapshot, or they go to my website, and I can have it overnighted here. So it's not even, and I have stylists working here. So even if I'm not here, it's still, they can get it overnight if it's not here.
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome.
Blonde hair.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
Ooh, it feels good too.
When you see the highlights, these were not highlighted. This was actually
her hair.
This was put in. Pre-planned. When I send in a package for hair, I separate it. It goes into a Ziploc bag, and instructions go with it on exactly how to put the highlights in. And then let's show the underside, because most people don't understand. Yeah. Well, this one happens to be a handmade. They're not all designed this way. And this one is a handmade one, but we have different types. This is machine. And then we have pieces, which I would love to show you.
Oh, would love.
Yes. Just grab one. There we go. Now this is what I call my illusion fall. Don't take too close of a shot. This is my illusion fall. And this is actually my signature, and this is what we sell all over the world. I have women as far as, Australia, Germany. I just had actually a call from the Middle East. I mean, we sell them all over. I mean, we're worldwide. So these are my signature pieces, and this is what they look for.
I mean, this is a lot faster than doing extensions, and it's much better for the hair.
Well, also this is something they can do themselves. I find this something that it almost gives them back their power. They don't have to rely on anybody to put the extensions on for them. They don't have to go. I sell them the piece. I teach them how to wash it. If it's overseas, I have videos on my website where it explains how to take care of it. I go on Skype with them, teach them how to put it on. So I try to take away the feeling of hopelessness when one loses their hair to hair loss. And I'm talking, this particular piece, this goes to women, and they come in all sizes. They can come as small as just this little piece. And I make them, I have stock on them. I have hundreds in stock, and if I need to make custom pieces, I try to have stock, because usually women that come to that moment to finally pick up the phone, they're desperate. So
they've come to that.
They've come to that moment, and I have to be here. Like it has to be there for them, because they've taken that plunge, and it's not an easy plunge to take when you're constantly shedding, and family doesn't understand, and when you still have a head of hair, but nobody understands.
No, and the thing is, it's really about a feeling of confidence and self-worth. that you actually look like everybody else and you don't feel like you're losing your hair for whatever reason. It totally changes how you feel, and by having this, it can give you back the feeling, the power, the empowerment of being a woman.
Well, that's it. That's why I feel like that's why it was very important to me to get away from extensions. Me personally, I have nothing against extensions. My daughter occasionally wears them, but she also needs to wear this because she suffers from her hair doesn't grow. Plus, she wants hair on top, so she puts the extensions and she puts the piece in. But and she's only 18, and you know, I don't even have to go further from that. Just that alone. And I have a thick head of hair. I would never even understand it. But women, this is like it's like losing your arm to some. I mean, to women, the hair defines them.
Exactly, it does.
I mean, curly blonde, straight brunette, like a redhead. This is what we are as kids. And when you describe someone, you describe them by their texture, and color of their hair. So as we grow, and if we lose it, it's like it's losing a limb.
And as you people know, it's like if you're watching this and you're a woman who's colored her hair and gone dramatically from light to dark or dark to light, or decided to be, you know, goth black and gone very platinum, you know what it does to you and how much it changes your personality and how you feel about yourself. This is another extension, another branch out, because this will give back what women who have lost hair are missing, and that this gives them the feeling of being complete. And
just statistics show that every woman, and I would say 3 out of 5 by the age of 50 will suffer from some sort of hair malfunction.
Yes.
And every woman will eventually get thinning hair. That's just progression.
Yeah, that's aging. Well, that's
yes, that's a part of aging, which is okay, but we just don't want to accept it.
No, who does?
No,
would you? I don't think so.
We don't want to accept it.
So if you want and have questions about this, you should be. What's your website, Flora?
It's www.designbyflora.com, and everything is on it. We also have 23 videos that E-House shot, besides my own videos, and there's a lot of informational videos on my site, how to handle the pieces when you purchase them. A lot of women that are actually my clients might be watching this are not even aware, because they don't even bother going to my website because they've come to me. But there's so much on the website that you could see. Again, it's www.designbyflora.com.
Okay, and we'll have all her, not only her website URL embedded on the blog post, but also all her social media triggers, so you can follow her on Twitter and Facebook and all those good things, so you can get some ideas of what to do, because I've already, you know, sitting there been debating about A, do I go red, B, stay the blonde, do I chop off about 2 inches to change up so I can grow my hair a little more consistently, because I'm forever changing my mind of what I'm going to do. This would be a lot better, so a lot faster too. So we'd like to thank Flora for her time, and this is Stevie for the LA Story saying see you soon. And if we're lucky, maybe Lisa will be able to stop by for their grand opening on Monday, May 6th.
And we are giving away a free wig.
Ooh!
You can put your name in a raffle. It's a wig up to $3,000. And it will be the whole month, and we'll have the raffle on the 30th, which I'm going to fly in for to make sure. Of May. 30th of May, yes.
Yeah, 2013.
Yes.
Just so you know. Okay, so people, we'd like to thank Flora for her time, and you'll see lots of pictures and things like that of the store. The store is amazing. Absolutely amazing, kind of jaw-dropping where it is and what it looks like. It's fabulous, and she's amazing too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So this is Stevie saying see ya.